Hello, everybody. I'm Margaret Marsh, the interim chancellor of Rutgers in Camden, and those pictures were just amazing. They do a better job than I ever could of showing you the legacy of Phoebe Haddon. It's going to be a tough act to follow, and it's going to be really hard for me to give you an account of her accomplishments in the few minutes that I have to talk about her. So I'm going to hit on the highlights. Phoebe's had a major impact on this campus. And under her leadership, the campus grew to more than 7,300 students. And Phoebe, during her time in office, cemented our reputation for access and opportunity. And then, as you saw in those pictures, one of the most important things that Phoebe has done is she's helped to make Rutgers-Camden, by her work, a national model for student debt reduction with our Bridging the Gap program. Other states and universities have followed our lead, but under Phoebe's leadership, we led. The Federal Reserve Bank, in fact, is so impressed with this work that they're actually going to do a study of its impact upon the lives of our students and their families. So it's hard to overstate the impact of Bridging the Gap. But it's not the only thing. Our students are choosing Rutgers-Camden because of the excellence of our faculty, and that continued to grow under Phoebe. Also, we've become a place, well, we've always been a place of opportunity for first-generation students, but now that's more evident than ever before. We still are. Under Phoebe's leadership, with her inspiration, we now have a student body that has come to reflect the rich diversity of the state of New Jersey. So our students gain so much more as a result of many of the accomplishments of Phoebe Haddon. Not only do they get to take classes with world-renowned faculty, but they get an immersive educational experience. One of those educational experiences is also our civic engagement model. We've always had a strong civic engagement presence, but Phoebe has helped to amplify our reputation as a leader among civically engaged universities. If that's not enough, and it would be enough for most people, but not for Phoebe, she has also heightened our stature and our visibility across the region and across the nation. And she did that while she was remaining a familiar and a friendly presence on the campus. You could see while you went through those pictures how happy people were to be talking to Phoebe and to be listening to her. You can see, visually see the impact she had on our students. We come to honor her for all of those things. And for all of those things, we have created the Phoebe A. Haddon Fund to nurture the next generation of civic leaders. I urge you to consider contributing to that fund in Phoebe's honor. Phoebe has touched the lives of so many people on this campus, so many people. And we're going to have all 5 million of them speak over the next 10 hours of this video. Nope, just kidding. We've only asked a couple of people to represent all of the people that she has touched for so many years. Everybody can share their good wishes right now through the chat function on WebEx, but right now we're going to hear from 3 people who exemplify important aspects of Rutgers-Camden. Our first speaker is Sandy Stewart, and Sandy Stewart is somebody who is the living embodiment of Scarlet Pride. He's a biotech innovator, a biotech pioneer, and he has founded or co-founded several biotechnology companies. He's chaired the Rutgers Board of Governors. He serves on the Rutgers-Camden Board of Directors, and he supports our students through his generosity in having funds promoting undergraduate research and technological support. Sandy's a graduate of Rutgers-Camden, and Sandy, we can't wait to hear from you. So go ahead, Sandy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Phoebe. I've been given the honor to say a few words, so I'll take that time. I've had the incredible privilege to personally know and work with 3 Rutgers-Camden chancellors, as well as watch a number of others since 1974 as a student and alumnus of this wonderful campus. Each one brings something special to the job and leaves something unique behind. Phoebe, you've made incredible and lasting accomplishments since arriving here. Numerous buildings, great faculty, Carnegie classification, bridging the gap, and the list just goes on. Most notable to me are the strides you have made in diversity through bridging the gap, civic engagement, and hosting internationally recognized figures from all different backgrounds to speak on such topics. I believe that part of a Rutgers education is teaching our students to become good citizens and not just good scholars, and a diverse campus is key to that. You have gone above and beyond in teaching our students to be better citizens in a world where they're needed more than ever. Thank you so much for all you have done for Rutgers-Camden in 6 short years. On a personal note, I've enjoyed watching you engage students and always with that huge smile of yours. They seem to be drawn to you, and I guess it's because they sense that you truly care and can feel your true compassion that you not only bring to the job, but you bring to each and every one of them. As all educators know, you can't fool students on this. You're genuine, and they know it. I've also enjoyed watching you slowly discover what a truly remarkable and magical place Rutgers-Camden is, and slowly falling in love with it. Only the very lucky ones who pass through actually see it and understand it. You're one of us now, and you always will be. Looking back, I can't believe it's only been 6 years since you arrived in Camden. It seems so long ago that we were chatting at the opening of the Writers' House. There have been some wonderful times and some very challenging times, and through it I found a very good and close friend. I'm so thankful for that time and honored to call you a friend. I look forward to your next visit to North Carolina. My very best to you always. Thank you, Phoebe.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Those were wonderful words. Our next speaker is someone who can personally attest to the power of opportunity that Phoebe provided as chancellor. That's Sierra Neal. And Sierra Neal was one of the first students to enroll as a Bridging the Gap student. She chose Rutgers-Camden, and she absolutely thrived here. She's a proud member of what we might call our COVID class of 2020. She earned her bachelor's degree in psychology in May, and today she's a mental health associate in a hospital, and her future plans include earning a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. I also wouldn't be surprised at all if Sierra one day herself becomes chair of the Board of Governors, something to aspire to. Sierra, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Sierra Neal, and I'm a recent graduate of Rutgers-Camden, class of 2020. Thank you so much for the introduction. It's an honor to be here, a part of this honorary farewell to say goodbye to Chancellor Phoebe Haddon. I am truly grateful to have been chosen as a student to speak on one of Chancellor Phoebe Haddon's greatest accomplishments here at Rutgers-Camden, which is the Bridging the Gap program. With this program, I was given the opportunity to have half of my tuition covered by the university, which in my eyes, and I'm pretty sure many other students, is a huge deal. In 2016, I made the decision to attend Rutgers-Camden solely on the launch of the Bridging the Gap program. It was such a huge relief for my family and I to enroll in this program, as it lessened the financial burden of paying tuition for college. This program granted me the opportunity in many avenues in which I had to excel academically and professionally. Instead of working tirelessly at a job, I was able to focus on my education with this program, which I am truly grateful for. Chancellor Haddon, I just want to thank you. It's been a pleasure to have known you for the 4 years that I've been at Rutgers-Camden. I have gathered many memories with you, such as cutting the ceremonial ribbon for the launch of the new Admissions Team Welcome Center, to welcoming and introducing the Me Too founder, Tarana Burke, in April as a part of the Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It's been an honor to stand by your side these 4 years that I've been at Rutgers-Camden, and I'm so sad to see you go, even though I'm no longer there, but it's been such a pleasure to have you and be under your leadership. I just want to thank you for all you're doing and just wish you the best of luck on your next adventure in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sierra. That was just lovely. Just lovely. Now, Rutgers-Camden is not just a place where leaders are forged, that's you, Sierra, and creative thinkers are nurtured, that's you, Sandy Stewart. We're also a place where personal connections matter, where friendships are forged for life. Phoebe exemplified that aspect of our campus culture as well. So it's no surprise that when she met Carmen Garcia, one of our most engaging and accomplished alumni, they would strike up a friendship. Carmen Garcia is a graduate of Rutgers Law School in Camden. She's the winner of the Nardi Alumni Award, which is a very prestigious award. And she also supports a number of our student scholarships, and she is a great friend to the campus. As a municipal judge in Trenton, Carmen she created innovative case management reforms and effective rehabilitative programs. Judge Garcia, the gavel is yours.
Hi, Phoebe. Today, my heart is filled to the brim with so much joy and happiness. I am thankful beyond words for the great privilege and honor to offer a few remarks in tribute to an extraordinary Chancellor Emerita, my gal pal, my shiro, Phoebe Haddon. Whether it was kismet, luck, or celestial intervention, I really don't know. But what I do know is that my life was blessed back in 2014, the year of Phoebe's arrival to Rutgers, when Miguel Pozo, then president of the Hispanic National Bar Association, nominated me to serve on the American Bar Association's Commission on the Future of Legal Services. I soon found myself walking into a conference room in Chicago, Illinois, literally filled to capacity with the legal giants of our profession, and I knew no one, and so I thought. I took my seat, quickly scanned the room, and locked eyes with a slightly familiar face. It was you, Phoebe. I think we'd only met briefly once before. Serving with you on the American Bar Association's commission was an utterly transformative experience, and one I will forever treasure. Most of all, I will never forget your kindness, your brilliance, and your generosity of spirit. Our fabulous kinship grew from there. As a woman of color, a lawyer, and a former Camden resident, I also want you to know that your presence at Rutgers-Camden, your commitment to excellence, and your courageous leadership has meant so much to so many. So many of us stand on your very strong and capable shoulders, for you have blazed the trail and left it illuminated for all of us to follow. And you have done it with grace humility, and eloquence. Phoebe, you have broken countless barriers and shattered so many ceilings, skyrocketing to the upper echelons of the legal profession. In fact, the National Jurist has repeatedly named you one of the 25 most influential people in legal education. But to me, you are much more than an influencer. I say, move over, Frank Sinatra, because Phoebe, you are the true chairman of the board. Let me conclude with a few additional and necessary words of gratitude. Phoebe, thank you for being a true champion of justice and equal access. Thank you for being, as Gandhi wrote, the change we need in this world. Thank you for your energy and your enthusiasm and your optimism and your vision. Thank you for making Rutgers-Camden of the city and in the city. Because of you, Rutgers-Camden shines brightly today as a vibrant community resource and an anchored beacon of hope. In summary, Phoebe, thank you for just being you. God bless you and keep you safe, healthy, and happy always. Go RU.
Thank you, Carmen. That was beautiful. It was such a lovely tribute. All of you were wonderful. Thank you so much. And now we're going to have the next 900 people speak. No, we're not. We could have 900 people speak, but in fact, we are now going to hear from our honoree, Phoebe Haddon. And for Phoebe's speech, could I ask all of you to put your videos on so that Phoebe can see you while she talks? Phoebe, go ahead.
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you especially, Margaret, for those wonderful comments, as well as my dear friends who have offered the comments of a lifetime. I am so pleased to be a part of this gathering, to be able to serve you as Chancellor of this wonderful institution has been a tremendous joy for me. My one regret is that I'm leaving virtually without the opportunity for embraces and handshakes, the obligatory but also welcome lunches in the newly renovated dining hall, and being able to greet you as our paths cross when walking across our campus. Frankly, during this pandemic, I have missed the opportunity to walk and greet you and our wonderful students, and really be able to touch base with the faculty and staff and visitors that were part of my daily opportunities as Chancellor. I'm going to miss that very, very much. If truth be known, I also really am going to miss the park bench and the flowers that have been located right in back of the Chancellor's office, along with the squirrels, occasional rabbit, or even duck that's lost its way from the river, because that's where I knew both the inner as well as the outward part of Rutgers-Camden. And I was able to see people come and go, both through the city and into the campus and out of the city by just sitting there in the sun. These kinds of descriptions reaffirm Rutgers-Camden's nurturing and attentive campus qualities that makes it a very different kind of urban setting, right in the city of Camden. But truly, most important of all are the people that I interact with day to day as I cross the campus. And it's really been a truly special opportunity for me to be part of this institution. And it's grown dearer and dearer to me each year that I have served as Chancellor. I will continue to be a part of the faculty and will be back, but it never will be the same, in part because I have such great memories of the interactions of the people that I have served. Following the killing of George Kirby and the BLM demonstrations that continue to expose the racial and economic faults of our country, Camden was truly highlighted in terms of the very, very important opportunities for us to pay homage to George Floyd by walking in unity in Camden. There were newspaper reports that chronicled one aspect of this commitment to uplifting the community, which highlighted earlier efforts to move toward a community policing approach that was championed by another one of our Rutgers Camden graduates, Chief Thompson. I love this place, and I love our connections we have made with the city, whether it's through the work of our alumna, Dana Red, who is now overseeing Rutgers Rowan Science Development, or another grad, Chris Calori, who works in another beautiful building, Cooper's Ferry Partnership, across the street. But facilities are not the heart of this institution. It's the people who are there and who continue to promote the value of this institution in their facilities work as groundspeople, in campus work with students, in their work with as teachers, in their community outreach, and other ways that Rutgers Camden defines itself as a special institution. We have been devoted to uplifting the city and the campus for years and years. Many of the people who have spoken already and who are part of the Rutgers leadership know that. But what is most visible about what we can say is that we have been much more focused on communicating outward. And I'm very, very pleased to acknowledge the work of Mike Sapanic and others in his group who have really made sure that we are known for the world-class institutions that others have already described, not only for people who are within our community, but frankly across the entire universe that is part of the world that we define today. What we do is very important locally, but also our international contacts have been solid as well. And I'm very grateful for that, though I know that we will suspend some of that work right now. I really look forward to being a part of some of the opportunities that we are able to continue to have in the future. It's those special kinds of opportunities, particularly in the 2-week programs that are learning abroad, that have been very, very important for our visibility. And I really hope that we'll be able to do them soon. Most importantly, I want to acknowledge the wonderful connections with the people of Rutgers Camden, the faculty, the students, the staff, and alumni and friends who interact and who lift up the work that we do, both that is social and civic in our interactions. And as others have said, the personalized treatments that often make our place a very special place. This kind of connection has been made true by the work of our deans. And I want to send a shout out to Kim Mutcherson as he strives to engage both the law and the rest of the campus efforts, as well as undertake the challenges committed to merging 2 law school sites that are called the Rutgers Law School. And I want to also recognize the work of Donna Nikitas, our dean, who supports of veterans and outreach programs, such as the clinic embedded in the Branches facility, has received great awards and recognition. Our Dean of Arts and Sciences, Howard Marcatello, who has championed a number of extraordinary multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary academic engines that, like that one led by forensic scientist Kimberly Moran, and our newest dean, Monica Dia, who has figuratively hit the floor running by championing certificate programs that enable students to build their graduate degrees step by step, both on campus as well as off campus. We've had a great run, and Rutgers-Camden will continue to flourish under the leadership of Margaret, the interim chancellor, who becomes her successor because and whomever becomes her successor because of the value and special qualities of Rutgers-Camden. The visibility, the unity, the collegiality has been just a wonderful experience for me, and I thank you all. I want to conclude by mentioning some of the other leadership teams who have been responsible for much of this work. First, I want to recognize Mike Sapanik, who has been really, really instrumental in making sure that we have the kind of visibility that we need, as well as the impact, not only regionally, but nationally. I also want to recognize the work of Craig Westman. You've heard about Bridging the Gap. He was the master of this, and it certainly is continuing to have an impact not only on our own enrollment, but also on the enrollment of many other institutions that have, quite frankly, copied it and have used it as last in money approach to supporting students. I want to recognize Jason Rivera, our student success person, who has helped students not just to start, but to graduate from the university. And I also want to recognize Mary Beth Daisy, whose wonderful work with students has been tremendous, and who really has been a mainstay through many of the other chancellors, but also will continue to support the work of our students in every way, including in the ways that we now have to worry about in light of the efforts that are going to be presented by the pandemic and continuing need to engage in social distancing. I also want to acknowledge Larry Gaines, whom I always say is a man of few words, but tremendously able to bridge the difficulties of our creation of opportunity and also be true to the budgetary requirements of Rutgers University. Rutgers University, as many of you know, is in reality multiple universities vying for their just desserts, and it's been Larry's job to really push the mat and make sure that we get our just due. I want to recognize the tremendous work of Naima Watson, particularly as she both has been very, very helpful in terms of diversity and outreach, but is truly, truly instrumental in the development and continuing growth of our civic engagement work. I'd like to thank also the provosts that I have been really privileged to work with. Mike Pallas, who will be also working with Margaret Marsh, has defined what it means to be a provost at Rutgers-Camden. And Dan Hart, who has served as interim while Mike Pallas was on leave this semester, has truly been able and really a right hand to what we've been doing to continue to work in the heat of the pandemic, but also in the throes of a lot of crises related to the efforts to define what research institutions should look like in the future as we have to continue to address separation. I would also be remiss if I did not recognize the wonderful work of our foundation that supports much of what we do and interacts with many of you who are our alums. on this call, as well as who are supporters in other ways. Kate Brennan, Akria, and Robin have been very, very helpful in making sure that we continue to have the kind of outreach that we need. And also, I want to recognize Scott for his work and Roxanne Herta for her work in making sure that the human aspects of our work are done on campus and not simply through the work of Rutgers University as a whole. We've been privileged to have a lot of great interaction because of the focus that Roxanne is able to make in our own environment and based on the needs of our faculty, our staff, particularly, and the efforts for support that is needed. And finally, I want to send a shout out to Kristen Walker, who has been just tremendous in making sure that our events and opportunities for showcasing and being visible are truly reflective of the first quality, the highest quality of celebration and opportunities that we can possibly have. I also want to say that Lori Jones is in the audience, the virtual audience, and her efforts as Chief of Staff were just instrumental in making sure that we were able to succeed. And I do want to particularly send a shout out to her. It is really important that I end this by really recognizing the person who has meant so much to me in terms of her support for Rutgers University. She's the quiet person who lifts us up, and that is Mary Falls, my assistant for the time that I've been here. And she and Amina have actually been very important in making sure that we continue to function virtually as well as, quite frankly, physically from time to time in terms of the records and the opportunities. It is really critically important for us to keep in touch with each other because that's how we are able to preserve the wonderful university that is Rutgers University-Camden. You can depend on me. I will be around. I'm going to have the opportunity to take a leave, a study leave for most of next year, but I will be around and I will be supportive in every way that I can for Margaret and for all of you who have been so important to my life during these last 6 years. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will conclude with a big hug that is virtual, but is really, really from the deepest part of my heart. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Phoebe. That was just wonderful. And I just wish that we didn't have to have only a virtual event. However, when we can finally be non-virtual, we are going to get together in person to celebrate you and applaud your leadership. So we will have an in-person event as soon as we can. But, you know, there are positives to virtual events. A virtual card has been created and will be sent to you after the ceremony. And now we're going to enjoy some pre-recorded video greetings from friends at Rutgers and from elsewhere. Keep an eye out for surprise guests. When the videos end, so will the event. But we'll post a link to the complete proceedings of our gathering so that we can all watch it again. Phoebe, thank you for all you've done for Rutgers-Camden. And we're thrilled that you are now joining the law faculty and are not going away. So Now, let's watch the videos and hear what other people have to say. Thank you all for attending, and thanks.
Phoebe, Mayor Moran here. Just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your retirement. Thank you for your friendship, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for all that you did for this university, Rutgers University.
To Phoebe Haddon, congratulations on a job well done. It's been a privilege to be a part of your team.
Congratulations, Phoebe. You've had such an impressive career and so many outstanding accomplishments, and you've been such a role model to so many people. I have every confidence that this next phase of your career, phase 2, will be as rich as the first part.
Chancellor Haddon, I'm really sorry to hear you're leaving us. I really enjoyed working with you. Thanks for all the work you've done in the past, and I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Hi, Phoebe. Just wanted to take this opportunity to wish you well on your journey ahead. You have been a tremendous partner, sister friend, here in the work of Camden that has led to the transformation that we are seeing, experiencing, and witnessing. And so I know that without question you have left your thumbprint in this space, and we're so grateful for your time, your energy, and certainly your leadership.
Chancellor Haddon, on behalf of the Rutgers School of Nursing, we wish you a successful transition from Chancellor to Chair of the Fed Board and to your faculty position at the law school.
My dear Phoebe, it's been a pleasure to know you during your tenure at Rutgers. Rutgers and Camden are a better place today because of you.
Phoebe, may God continue to bless you with the intellect, the drive, and the compassion in your continued efforts to achieve opportunities for educational excellence for all. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chancellor Haddon. What a wonderful, wonderful job you've done.
What a legacy you've left. More students, more programs, and the only Purple Heart University in the state. Way to go.
Rutgers' loss here is the Philadelphia Fed's gain. Hope that you won't become a stranger and that we'll still see you around. And good luck and Godspeed.
I know I speak for the whole Board of Trustees when I say thank you for everything that you did for Rutgers University-Camden. I also want to personally add my thanks for welcoming me to the Rutgers University-Camden family.
Congratulations on completing your successful tenure at Rutgers-Camden, my alma mater. Thank you so much for instituting and supporting so many significant programs which have greatly contributed to the overall quality of our school on many levels.
I want to thank you for your friendship and support. The legacy you leave behind is meaningful, measurable, and tangible. I know for a fact that the students, the faculty, and the alumni greatly appreciate all that you did during your tenure. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Phoebe Haddon, for your dedication, your innovation, your passion, and your contributions to Rutgers-Camden for the past 6 years. I wish you well.
Hi, Lori and Mike Jacanes here.
Proud Rutgers-Camden alumni, here to say thank you to Chancellor Haddon.
And to wish you well in the next chapter of your amazing professional life.
I've truly enjoyed working with you. I will miss your leadership and will look forward to remaining connected. Thanks for everything you've done.
Congratulations, Phoebe, on a lifetime of work to transform our Rutgers students into the next generation of leaders. You've not only dedicated yourself to supporting the faculty, the staff, enriching the lives of every student at Rutgers-Camden, but you've dedicated yourself to the entire city, helping to nurture the remarkable Camden Renaissance.
Thank you so much, Phoebe, for all you have done as Chancellor of Rutgers-Camden. You have put Rutgers-Camden on the map and continued the excellence there. We, the alumni, appreciate it, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
What can I say that has not already been said today? You are a role model to all of us. Your contributions to advancing women in higher education will be just one of your treasured legacies. Everyone here at HERS wishes you the very best in your next adventure, and we are thrilled to have you continue on the HERS board.
As a proud alumnus of Rutgers-Camden and as a friend, I want to thank you for your fantastic leadership of the university over the past many years. You've made us all proud of the many accomplishments that you and the university have achieved. So Phoebe, you have my many, many thanks and best wishes for what's next on your journey to what's possible. Please take care, have fun, be well, go Rutgers.
I am thrilled to be able to say thank you to Phoebe Haddon for her incredible leadership as Chancellor of Rutgers-Camden. Thank you for being a light worker, a servant leader, for someone who took an institution of excellence to even a higher level. I am deeply grateful for you, and I am excited about you and your future endeavors because I know God ain't finished with you yet. Thank you for sharing so much of your light and love with our incredible community.
Just want to congratulate you on an incredible run as the Chancellor at Rutgers-Camden. Your passion and drive to bring about positive change in the community will be sorely missed. Thankfully for us here at Cooper, you'll continue to stay on and serve on our board, so we look forward to working with you in that capacity.
In your retirement, while you're in your rocking chair, make sure that Frank buys you a convertible. You're welcome in our house anytime you get down into the area.
It's been such a pleasure knowing you and working with you for the last six years, has it been? Or it's just, I don't know where the time went. It seems like we've been friends forever, and so it's been really a pleasure knowing you, and I hope that we can still keep in touch, and we wish you only the very best in your new position at the college, at the law school, and we'll be hoping to see you again soon.
Congratulations on all your years spent at Rutgers, and thank you for all that you've done for the school.
We want to thank you for all you have given to Rutgers-Camden.
We wanted to say thank you for all that you've done and the differences you've made here at Rutgers-Camden.
We want to thank you so much for all that you have given to Rutgers, and we are so grateful.
I want to thank you for all your effort and dedication to Rutgers throughout this year, and I wish you the best for the future.